Hello, hello, dear Christiane. Welcome to the Afterwork Talking. How are you doing today?
Hello, Suzanne. I'm fine. I'm doing well. Thank you. And what about you?
I'm good, thank you. It's nice to have you on this discussion, this conversation. I want to thank you, first of all, for accepting to grace the cover of our Corporate Beauty Secret newsletter with your beautiful smile and your style. And so I would like, before we get into our conversation, to introduce you to our audience. So who is Mrs. Christiane Ekwalla?
First of all, thank you, Suzanne, for having me. I'm really honored to be here today.
Mm-hmm.
So, who is Christiane Ekwalla? As you already know, my name is Christiane Ekwalla. And if
Mm-hmm.
I have to introduce myself, I think the first thing I may say,
Mm-hmm.
and that may sound weird maybe for some people, is that
Mm-hmm.
I'm Christian.
Okay.
Is really important for me because it is the part of my identity that shapes everything or everything I do and everything that I am. So I am a
Okay.
I'm a Christian
Mm-hmm.
who happens to be a spiritual and leadership coach,
Okay.
um, a personal leadership expert, and
Okay.
I'm also an author.
Yes, I just found out. Congratulations.
Thank you very
We're going to talk
much.
about that. But so
Yeah.
before, I just wanted to notice that you said you're a Christian and your first name is also Christian, which is like the same
Yeah.
letter. So it's like it's linked.
My parents were really inspired.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a destiny thing.
Yeah.
Your name is attached to who you are. That's wonderful.
Yes.
So,
Exactly. My name is really attached to who I am, and
mm,
it's like it's not just a mere coincidence.
mhm. Yes, yes, that's why I'm talking about destiny.
Yeah.
And talking
Yeah.
about destiny, it's one thing that needs, vision, clarity. You need to know where you're going and, concepts like that, which actually pertains to leadership. So as you introduced yourself as a spiritual executive leader, I wanted to ask you what actually draw you to the field of leadership?
What draws me to the field of leadership? I think that we were just talking about destiny. I think that that was what I was born for. I was born
Ah,
to do, and
okay.
I was passionate about. I'm passionate about people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a people-oriented person.
Okay.
That speaks also about my identity, my personality, who I am. So I
Yeah.
think that that was easy for me to just go there. It's much not just like that. It is that I'm skilled to, but it's like I'm born to do that.
Wow. So it's like a calling to you, right?
Yes, it's like a calling. I really think that God called me to equip people, to
Okay.
empower people.
Okay.
So that means that everything that I do,
Mm-hmm.
you will just find out that it just goes around equipping people, empowering people.
Yeah.
And I think that leadership is about that, influencing people,
Mm-hmm.
equipping them,
Exactly.
leading them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talking about people, it's also an area where you are an expert because I've known you as a trainer in executive landscape where you would take, look after training and development of people. So it has
Yeah.
to do with also human resources or human capital. So how do you involve all of that leadership, identity, human capital? How does that all like get together?
I think that the first thing that they all have in common is human.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's great.
it's
Yeah,
people. It's
definitely.
people. It's
Mm-hmm.
people. And
Mm-hmm.
when I train people, the aim is to develop them, to
Yeah.
give them the skills, the competencies that they need to
Okay.
maybe do something. It
Yeah.
may be a work, it may be a vision, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
When I
Mm-hmm.
influence, when I lead people, when I'm doing leadership,
Mm-hmm.
it's also about, when I talk of leadership or vision, is about giving them the tools that may help them to just
Mm.
to first of all to become who they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
we are, like I like to say that we are human beings, we are
Mm-hmm.
evolving, and each
Yeah.
step of the way we have to discover who we are, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to become who we are, because
Yeah.
we are, there is a potential us that is inside of us, but that
Mm-hmm.
needs to be revealed, that needs to be manifested. And it
Yeah.
is through leadership that really we that happens to we happen to become.
Yeah, and that's very important because sometimes, like I mentioned on in one of my publication, is that um, sometimes when we talk about leadership, we think it's like a very abstract concept. It's just for the top leaders up there. Meanwhile, everybody is concerned by leadership, right? Any person, any human person needs to know, discover who they are in order to become who they are meant or called to be, right? And I understand that is one of the topic that you have actually addressed in your recently launched book. So I want you to tell us a little bit more about that. How do you perceive personal leadership?
How do I perceive personal leadership? For me, personal
Mm,
leadership starts by
mm,
knowing who you are.
mm.
Really, really, that's the starting point.
Yeah,
Knowing who you are, and when we talk about who you are, there are many facets of who you are. We talk about
exactly.
your personality, we talk about
Yes,
your passions, we talk about
yes,
your values, we talk
yes.
about your skills, your competencies,
Mm-hmm,
all those things. You really have to be self-aware. So
mm-hmm.
leadership starts by self-leadership, by
Right.
becoming self-aware of who we
Mm-hmm,
are, but
mm-hmm,
also by taking steps to
mm-hmm.
become who we are
Okay.
meant to be. Because
Yeah.
who we are is just like, how do I call it, is a seed.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
But that
Mhm.
seed has to be, we have to nourish that seed for the
Yes.
seed to develop till the
Mhm.
seed becomes mature.
Yes.
So we even have to become mature in the understanding of who we are, and
Yeah.
becoming mature of becoming, if I can say it
Mhm.
like that, who
Yes.
we are meant to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm talking about leading myself, is first of all being self-aware, being
Mm-hmm.
self-conscious, and
Mm-hmm.
taking steps that
Mm-hmm.
will lead me to become who I'm meant to be.
Yes, and I understand that also, like knowing this self-awareness that you're talking about also helps you to be also more self-confident, right? In order to take certain
Yeah,
steps that will lead you to the final destination that you are after, right? And so
yeah.
what was like the outcome of your launch? How did it happen? Can you give us a little recap of how things went? How happy are you to have been, releasing this new book?
I was really, really happy. I was happy because that was a project that I had for many years now, but
Mm-hmm.
I was just delaying it. I don't know for which reason.
Yeah.
So the book went out on the 10th of May. We have our launch. Many
Mm-hmm.
people attended, and above
Do you
that,
have it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That
show us your baby.
yay! That's
There
my
it
new
is.
baby.
Yes, your
I'm
new
so proud
baby.
of it. I'm proud
Mm,
of myself.
yes, I'm
Some
proud of you
leadership
too.
means nothing to me.
It's a big achievement to write a book. It's not easy. Some people take years before writing their books, so congratulations
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
it's quite a journey. It's quite a
Yeah,
journey. But
yeah.
I'm really happy. And I'm not only happy that I've wrote it, I'm also happy when I know, because I know that
Mm,
that book will definitely change the life of many
mm,
people, transform the life of
yeah.
many people. The title of the
Mm-hmm.
book is Five Practical Keys to
Mm-hmm.
Expand Your Limits. And I
Mm-hmm.
know that we were talking about becoming who we are supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people are stuck in a
Mm-hmm.
particular place. They don't know
Mm-hmm.
why they are stuck, and even when they know, they don't know how to come out. So
Yes.
here you
Mm,
have some keys that will give you just
Mm-hmm.
the first step to take to come out from any stagnation and move
Yeah.
forward in
Mm-hmm.
life.
So that's
Yeah.
wonderful. I just want to mention to our audience that that book is written in French, but hopefully one day we'll have also an English version of it because the topic, yeah,
Definitely. If
concerns
not this,
anyone.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm thinking about it. We
Yeah,
will have the English version,
that's wonderful.
maybe before the end of the year or
Hmm.
early next year.
Okay, we'll be looking out for it. So I know that you are
Yeah.
passionate of writing, and I also wanted to ask you, beside writing, because actually it's not your first book, right? You have another book that you wrote a little bit earlier, but we're not going to go to
Yeah.
that because we are focusing today's discussion on leadership and personal leadership.
Mhm.
So beside writing, do you have any other avenues where you can express your passions and the other passions? Which ones are they?
Okay. First of all, I was saying that I think that, not that I think, I believe, I know and I believe that I was
Mm,
born to equip people, to help people
mm-hmm,
discover who they are and help
mm-hmm,
them become who they are really meant or called to be. So,
mm-hmm.
even the other passions that I have, they are around empowerment. I have, for example,
Okay,
training. You mentioned it before. So
okay,
I'm in training people.
okay,
I am in
okay.
coaching, and
Yeah,
I am also in life coaching, spiritual life
yes,
coaching. That
yeah,
means
yeah.
that
Mm-hmm,
not just work related, but in
mm-hmm,
fact the whole
mm,
human being. I'm
yes.
embracing
Mm-hmm.
the
The
wholeness.
needs, yeah,
Yes,
right,
the
yeah.
wholeness of who we are.
Yes, and
So
I can,
that's what
from the
I'm doing.
spiritual point of view, I know that you have a community of women that you also, mentor in terms of leadership and with the
Yeah,
idea of like getting out the lights that is inside of them out so that they can shine, right?
yeah,
I think it's called Women
yeah,
of Glory. Is that it?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Because I
that's,
think that as Christian,
mm,
we are called to shine in the world. That means
yes,
that when we go to church, we go there to receive equipment. And when we
yes,
have the equipment, we now have to go outside there in the
mm-hmm.
marketplace, outside
Yes.
there, everywhere
Mhm.
we are, and then to go and shine. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm just telling the community of women that I'm coaching. Hey, you know
Mhm.
what you receive, the light you receive is not for you.
Mhm.
The light you receive is to enlighten somebody else. And to enlighten
Yes.
somebody else is
Mhm.
not among other people that have light, if I can say
Mhm.
that. You have to go in dark places, you have to
Yes.
go where there is no light, and
Mhm.
then show your light there so that other people can just embrace it and also
Okay.
discover their own light and then shine.
Yes. Wow, I love that. I love this shining thing. We are all meant to shine because we are all stars
We are
made to
all meant
shine,
to
to
shine.
shine, right? And
Each and
so,
every one of us has a light, and that light
yes.
to be light up.
Exactly. So, talking about shining, style is
Yeah.
one way of shining, right? So, I want us to
Mhm.
go now to talk about style because our newsletter is about beauty in the corporate world and also using
Yeah.
natural tips or different, strategies to just shine in the boardroom as
Yeah.
much as we can shine in the ministry or
Outside the
church
boardroom.
setting or in the out in the family. And so what are your tips when it comes to choosing your style to shine?
What are my tips when it comes to choosing your style to
Your
shine?
like what you
I think
wear, your fashion style, your hairstyle, everything style.
I will go back again in the place of identity.
Yes.
For me, fashion is linked to your identity.
Okay.
It's not about following a trend. It's about
Mm-hmm.
following who you are.
Exactly.
What you believe that is beauty, even if
Mm-hmm.
nobody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my style. The
Yeah.
first style that for me is like be you. Be
Oh, wow.
you.
I love
Style
that.
yourself according to
Be
who you are.
you.
Be
That's the
you.
best style.
Yeah, best style is to be you. To
Yes.
be bold enough to be you. If I
Mm-hmm.
want to wear this
Mm-hmm.
kind of hair,
Mm-hmm.
I just have to wear it. And I have to wear it boldly.
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel what
Mm-hmm.
you are wearing,
Mm-hmm.
whether clothes,
Mm-hmm.
whether hair,
Mm-hmm.
even if that's the best hair or
Mm-hmm.
the best clothes that you have,
Mm-hmm.
you will not you cannot portray the beauty that is in the dress. Why?
Yes.
Because you yourself you don't feel it. You don't feel it. Why? Because you don't you cannot it's not aligned to who you are. But when
Exact.
you
I like
wear a
this word.
dress,
I like this
even
word,
the
alignment. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
because
So,
even if the dress is not as beautiful as people may say, but
mm-hmm.
when you wear it with confidence, because
Exactly.
you know that you are beautiful, nobody can tell you anything else apart that
Exactly.
ah
Exactly.
you are powerful, and people
Mm-hmm.
will see that. So
Wow.
above the dress, above the style you will have, they will see your
Mm-hmm.
inner style that
Mm-hmm.
comes from a place of identity. I know who I am, and who I
Yes.
am. I like this color. I like it and
Yes.
it, and I'm wearing it boldly. So even
Exactly.
if it doesn't fit,
Mm-hmm.
at a point of time, people will not see that
Mm-hmm.
unfitness
Mm-hmm.
because something will override it. Is it override? Something will just come and surpass it. That's the
Yeah.
confidence that you have. So we
Yes.
have to wear our confidence, our authenticity with
Oh,
style.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I like that wearing your authenticity with style. And you know what
Yeah,
about this BU fashion trend? It never runs out of trend. It's always on
yes,
trend. It's not
always,
like, oh, today
always.
this is the trend, everybody's doing this, and tomorrow it changes again. You don't have to worry about the trends. Your
No, not at all.
BU never
Be
runs out.
you,
It's
be
always
you.
on trend.
Yeah,
I like
be
that.
you.
So that's so interesting. I think we could have continued to talk forever because I just love this conversation and the vibe of it. And so I wanted to ask you if people are interested in your book or in your trainings or in your coaching, sessions or programs, where can they reach you?
They can contact me on LinkedIn,
Okay.
Christiane B. Ekwalla.
Okay.
Christiane B. Ekwalla. I am
Yes.
available on LinkedIn. They
Mm-hmm.
can also call me
Mm-hmm.
237 plus
Mm-hmm.
237 677
Mm-hmm.
551417. I'm
Okay.
reachable on direct line and even on WhatsApp with that number.
Okay, wonderful. So we'll just also type it when we are ready
Yes.
to like publish the video later on as a replay.
Okay.
So really, I want to
Okay.
thank you dearly. I want to thank you for this wonderful conversation, for enlightening us with your light on personal leadership. It is so thought-provoking and challenging because sometimes we look up to many people that we want to resemble. Meanwhile, you have what it takes for you to shine. You just need to recognize it. That's what I actually
Yeah.
remember from all the our
Yeah.
conversation. So I really
Yes.
appreciate you
Yes.
coming and stopping by, and I really look forward to seeing you again on LinkedIn, on or other venues or events or
Mhm.
programs. And I give you the opportunity to say a last word before we part. So over to you.
First of all, I would like also to say again, thank you. It was really an honor for me to be here and to just to share one or two things with you people. And
Mhm.
the last thing that I can say is that be you, be authentic, be boldly you, be boldly you, be
Okay, that's a good
boldly
advice.
you.
We will be boldly ourselves and we will
Yes,
shine with
and we
our
will shine.
bold authenticity. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Christian, and really look forward to seeing you again. Say bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.